All right, hello. Hope everybody's having a good one, and welcome back to another Tuesday. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Hopefully you're all having a good one. What's good, Deej? Excuse me. Nothing. It's hot. All right. Time to go spam. All right. All right, so yesterday we got the slam that we were looking for on our transcriber's graver. We now need a better amulet. So, yeah. Hold up. What are you up to today, Deej? Little to nothing. Okay. Okay. Oh, diamond matrons. Ugh. Got my stuff done in the day. It's veg time. Hey, yo. Veg unite. All right. That's good, man. I'm glad you're getting to kick back and relax tonight. We're going to be doing amulets. Amulet prophecies. Saphicus has arrived. The man with one of the nastiest judgment builds in the game. Just in countdown mode to the next season. I think I might be finished up with LE right now. I think a lot of people are. I could see it like in my analytics. I could see it in a lot of others. I know Dread in his recent video mentioned that he actually has a number of builds ready to go, but he's just waiting for people to come back to the game and be interested. I think a lot of people knowing that, oh, the game's going to be out in X number like in the next number of weeks are just like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go check out something else. So I think we're all kind of like in a holding pattern. I'm gonna just keep releasing videos. I saw Dread put out a build guide today. I think he's streaming right now, so yo, shout out to Dread. Anyway, I think we're just like at that point in this season where a lot of people have played to their fill. I think it's pretty healthy for the game. Obviously, I'm a bit of a nut job when it comes to Last Epoch. I really enjoy it. And also, one thing that I've done this entire season is I've only played Sentinel. So, next build's going to be a Racing Strike. But then after that, we're going to be doing Druid. We are going to be doing Druid. Oh, I think I got something stuck in my teeth. I'll be right back, Chip. All right, I'm back. Time fun to play an hour or two of LE daily-ish. Strangely, I'm just tired of fighting with the loot filter. My stash, my skill does not match my OCD. It's frustrating. All right, yeah, let's fight this boss. No D4 for you today. I've been so far out of the D4 loop. Plus, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It kind of looks, the season kind of looks ho-hum, Kyle. So I did used to cover it a bit more extensively in the past. But after the expansion in season 6, I've just kind of fell out of love with the game. unfortunately. Just everything with the Spiritborn class. I also kind of feel... how do I put this? There was like some low-level gaslighting I went through in with the D4 season 6. Nothing bad. It's working the same as COD. It's designed to bring people in enough to buy cosmetics. Sure, like, it's not amazing looking, but I'm too optimistic as a fan, so I'll try. Hey, Kyle, absolutely, go have fun. COD used to be amazing. I agree. No, what happened last time with season 6 is, like, I was, like, blasting it hard on Druid, right? I wasn't playing Spiritborn like everybody else. And then I'd have people come in like, oh, hey, let me come and play with you. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. Come on, let's play. And then they would just be blasting everything ahead of me. And it would feel like I was doing bad. And people would be like, man, dude, I barely got anything invested. And look how much better I am with this. And I'm like, God, am I just bad? Like, am I just bad at D4? And then, you know, I started going, man, dude, I think something's wrong with the new class. But I didn't want to sound like that curmudgeon shaking a stick. Oh, you youngsters. So I was just like, whatever. And then it came out that the class was horribly bugged. You know, the interaction with a few items. And then I was just like, you know what? It just kind of killed all the... I was like busting my backside trying to make this druid work. And somebody would, you know, play... Somebody would play Spiritborn for like... you know, 2 hours and be doing way more damage than I was. I'm like, forget that. I did eventually play Spiritborn, and I'm just like, at that point, I'm like, no thanks. You know, about the Activision patented algorithm? Loosely, didn't it get patented back in like I think I remember hearing about it when I was playing Diablo 3. Like, wasn't this like back in 2017, 2018 for matchmaking? Yeah, like they try and pair you, like they try and make you feel like you're doing well. And then they would like put you into other matches. And then if somebody's doing well, you could like see their gear or something like that, you know, like psychologically just kind of messing with you. So you can see the cosmetics and get this idea that, oh, well, if I buy this cosmetic, maybe I'm better. Oh, oops. Hold up, Kyle. Hold up. I don't know what happened. All right, there we go. I have a feeling I'm going to be looking a while. For this Orions. It's a business model. When you realize they aren't trying to make a great game, it makes sense. True. That's all big companies nowadays. Income is more important than good gameplay. It's sad. Indie games are thriving? Yes, sir. Hey, real quick, does anybody know, is this stutter stepping considered movement? Yeah, because if that's considered movement, I don't know if it counts. Okay. I would have to get a better one. Okay, let's see. Okay. Saphicus, are you picking up what I'm putting down? Saphicus, are you picking up what I'm putting down, man? Yeah, okay. So hold up. 20% less damage taken while moving. So we don't need to be absolutely capped. Now we lose the health, but we can potentially gain. Check out Humble Bundle's Humble Choice this month. What is it? $14 gets you a bunch of good games. Mr. Tippy Toes, yeah. I would be losing the health. And I would be losing the leech, but I feel like we don't really need the leech as much. Okay. Okay. Well, Savicus, do you know how I do the tippy toes approach? Basically, I just hold down the movement key and move in that direction. Now, if you play WASD, I don't know what that would look like for you, but... Okay. Rogue Trader, Wizard with a Gun, Damon Mechanic Cat Quest 2, Death's Door, to name the best ones. Oh, that sounds cool. Daemon X Machina is an Armored Core clone, but it's solid. Okay, cool. What gives you so much ward? Synthesis of Light. The more healing effectiveness you have, the more ward you gain. You gain 3 ward per 10% increase healing effectiveness. So every time Healing Hands is cast, it gives you ward based off that number. And we're casting ward with Vengeance. You have to actually hit. You actually have to hit an enemy, though. You can't just sit here casting it. You grab the last of the Grim Dawn expansions you didn't have. Excellent. It's a great game. Conquered Tower. Mostly just need the Flames of Midnight. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I ain't getting in Orion's. It ain't gonna happen. Oh, wait. Is it gone now? Oh, good. Aaron dropped a video. That guy, man. Freaking last Epoch's on sale for the Steam Summer Sale. Yeah, I listened to the Grim Dawn 2 video on the way back home from work. Last Epoch's on sale, and he put it at number 2. Sellout. I'm obviously kidding. You gave an explanation why. It was actually a pretty solid explanation, not gonna lie. Also, I mean, come on, it's Aaron. He probably already figures most of the people watching his channel already own Last Epoch, so. Alright. Trying to get him to make a few videos? What videos? Is this a private conversation? Right. Yeah, he can do that sort of stuff. I got some stuff in the pipeline I'm coming out with. That are along those veins. At this point, it's just, you know, figuring out time. I guess I could always... Took me around 50-ish unique amulet prophecies to get in Orion's Eye. No, the best skill is Smite. Smite's very good. Trying to think if the best skill... The best skill to me, though, I've never called it the best skill in the game, but I've called it my favorite skill. And that's Void Cleave. Simply because it's one of the most versatile skills, but I've never called it the best skill. I forgot about Rebuke Kappa. I'm a very big Void Cleave guy. It's a very... That skill can fit into a multitude of builds. A multitude. You want a traversal skill? Bam. Now, of course, I know you can still say the same about Smite. You want it to, you know, empower your minions? Bam. You want it to be the main skill of your build? That can be done. You want it to give you leech? Outside, you want to have a leeching aura? Bam, there you go. You want to empower your next throw and attack? Bam, there you go. It's extremely versatile, but I've never called it the best skill in the game, so I think that's fair. Traversal. Yeah, but if you're using it as a traversal skill, are you really using it as a main skill? Well, I mean, that's fair, though. That's fair. Healing? Sure, there's healing. Yeah, but here's the thing, like, going back to the Smite thing, like, I don't think the Smite traversal's all that. Alright? You can't have multiple charges on it, and it requires a target. Void Cleave, you can have up to 4 charges if you play your cards right with the champion affixes. Does not require a target, and you can still treat it as a damage-dealing skill. Now, if we want to talk about spam worthiness, yeah, Smite's, you know, got you covered there. You want to talk about an actual skill on an that could carry a build to 1,000+ corruption, you're probably going to go with Smite. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. As like your main skill, Smite's just got a better offering. But as a more versatile skill that can be, you know, molded into multiple different builds, I feel like the one thing, though, about Void Cleave that kind of rears its ugly head is the two-handed sword or axe requirement. That's the main thing holding it back. That would be the main reason why, if I conceded to Brow's point, would be that stipulation. That really holds it back. And you might go, but if you use the Aberoth's command, it's a one-hander. Yeah, now you got to use a very specific one-handed mace, thus reinforcing the stipulation that it can be so versatile and folded into so many different builds, but then at the same time it's very limiting and lacking in that regard. If you wanted to do a two-handed mace build and you wanted to use the big old hammer, Scent has the most traversal options anyway. Sentinel has a lot of good traversal options. They have a lot of like hybrid traversal options though. I feel like Mage, you get teleport. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You can get transplant with Acolyte. I think poor primalists are kind of limited there. I'm gonna leap. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Savicus and I went to the same thing. Yeah. Primeless, you know, I'm gonna leap. Man, I'm gonna have to go earn some favor. I think this is gonna be the biggest thing that holds me back. Falconer doesn't count? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay, so Javelin technically could be made traversal. Not perfect. Shield Rush, definitely traversal. Lunge, definitely traversal. Void Cleave, very good traversal. Volatile Reversal is now a traversal skill. I mean, I guess it always was, but it's a bit more of a traversal skill. Healing Hands can be made into a traversal skill. No. Not really. I mean, it's kinda. I mean, it does this count though? Does Warpath count? When you play Falconer, I don't feel like Rogue. And I do agree with you. The archetype does feel very weird. And also, the entire identity is the Falcon, which is good. But none of the other Rogue archetypes can actually bite into it much. Aerial Assault was way better when it was bugged. Siege Golem, Exile Mage. Siege Golem, Exile Mage. Excuse me. You can jump over walls in Temporal Sanctum. So HD, the way to fix Blade Dancer is to make Shadow Daggers a passive, and it buffs different things on Blade Dancer skills. So that you pull Shadow Dagger out and it's no longer a damage thing. Instead, it makes Blade Dancer skills more powerful than if you took them with another mastery. So would Shadow Dagger still be an ailment in your system, or would it just be reworked entirely? A full rework. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, because it's kind of in the name. Like, when I first heard about Shadow Daggers, I thought it was like some sort of special attack. And then it was like, oh no, it's actually like an ailment that has a chance to crit. Well, not a chance to crit. It crits automatically after X number of stacks. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't really sound like what I thought it was. So, and I think, and like, the current state of Shadow Daggers is kind of hard to balance. It's either, you know, god awful, or like it's way too powerful. And then, so right now it's kind of not necessarily god awful, so maybe I'm wrong in that regard, but I feel like everybody just sort of takes it, and it doesn't really have the same sort of flavor it had before because of the nerfs, because it was pretty strong. Yeah, and design where you have to use it, because I feel like a lot of people now just sort of just passively take Shadow Daggers because why not? You know? Why not? You know, I'm playing Rogue. I'll just take this Shadow Daggers. I'm not even going to fully build into it. I'm going to passively just gain this extra damage and then move on. What is Shadow Daggers? Right. It makes it sound like Shadow Daggers is like some sort of special skill. Yeah, it makes it sound like it's some sort of special skill when it's not. It's an ailment. It's a passive ailment procced by skills. Or do something where Lethal Mirage adds marks to target and your next Blade Dancer skill pops it. You want combos? Sure. Wait, you taking out Lizard, Steve Irwin? Nah, Steve is fine. Crikey. This lizard is known for carrying hordes of loot on its back. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing them a service, man. They're over encumbered. They're overburdened. Phooey. Alright. I guess I gotta farm this route that I got laid out for myself. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Welcome on in, everybody. Hopefully you're all having a good one. Welcome back to another day here on Last Epoch. All right, well, we got to earn some favor, and then... Yeah, so we got to earn some favor, and then we can do some more prophecies. I do kind of wish this build was a little bit faster on the favor generation. Like, I mean, it's perfectly fine. We're doing 1,000 corruption. It's got okay clear. Would be better if it's just fire damage. Increased melee fire damage just works on hit for Judgment. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. The dots are a separate thing. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of Wings of Argentus' little shtick, is the melee fire. But you're right, melee damage is typically... Yeah, melee damage is typically considered hits, whereas we're trying to do damage with the dots. I wasn't sure if it would scale it because of the melee tag. Like as a whole, scale it because of the melee tag. Well, and... Okay, 2 extra skill points, but also track with me. You also get the full benefit of 20% damage reduction. You're not show if Tippy Toes counts. Yeah, there's no real way to test it other than the fact that you lose the benefit of Foot of the Mountain. All right. You have the resistances. I need to get 7 stacks of Ubi debuff to start receiving damage pin? Damage penalty or damage penetration? Oh, I accidentally clicked that. I didn't realize I could do that. I'm like, wait, that guy followed like a day ago. Okay, I see what you mean, Savicus. I see what you mean. If you get hit with 7 stacks, yeah. You get hit with 7 stacks of the Ubi debuff, that's when you start, yeah. Be right back. got some decaf brewing. All right. Why did I throw down the Great Bridge? Screw that. The more I play Judgement Paladin, the more I think it's quite balanced with the investment you need for gear. It does need, like, to be truly great. It does need some pretty good gear. To be truly great. Like Uber Aberoth viable, it really needs some high-end gear. You can get pretty good power out of it, though. You could be clearing 500 corruption with not a ton of investment, though. Which is okay. That's fine. But in order to really be, like, you know, min-max and doing that sort of stuff, you are correct. You're not just going to be able to slap on some random equipment and then go blitz Uber Aberoth and you know, just be farming them all day, you know? Like, you need to have, like, a good setup. I mean, I'm going to say this. The more I play these, like, you know, quote-unquote more broken, like, these more, like, broken Sentinel builds that everybody was saying, like early on, were just like, oh my gosh, they get, like what's the point in playing? These builds are so broken, blah, blah, blah. Game's too easy, you know. See it later. The more I play them, the more I'm like, I mean... The thing is, it's not just those builds. It's Sentinel in general has always had a pretty high floor. Like you know, Bleed Hammer's build that I did, you were able to get to 500 corruption not too hard. Like, all these other builds, like, you were able to do that all pretty well. Other classes, you know, except for, like, you know, Falconer, to a degree, like, where am I trying to go with this? I feel like in order to get past 500 corruption and keep going, like, yeah, you're going to start needing some investment. And I feel like Sentinel has always done that pretty well. But, like, if anything has shown us this season, I felt like some other builds largely got dismissed because, oh, Sentinel's so strong. Game easy, bye-bye. And, like, Misha Share, like she's out here just killing Uber Aberoth with, like, all sorts of different kinds of builds. Like, oh, Lich is bad. She kills Uber Aberoth with Lich. No, like, as far as I'm aware of, no snapshotting. I use her as an example because she's one of the ones I'm familiar with. So yeah, I agree with you, Savicus. I think Sentinel has just always, like, had a high floor, and that floor got, you know, even raised even higher with the changes it got. But in order to really be, you know, hardcore pushing the end game, it still needs some. It still needs, like, investment. You're not just, like, waking up one day and walking into 3,000 corruption with, like, a yellow sword, a purple shield, and whatever. How are we looking on the... Okay, cool. 49,000. All right, be right back. Hey, what up, Javier? I think it's Ukeros. Oh, the ward? No, like, here's the deal. Ukeros does not work with Judgement at all. Let me show you. You died on 16% now? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Javier, check it out. Okay. Is there like a way I could like here. So here's a Ukeros, right? Works when you directly cast an elemental spell. And we have an elemental spell in the form of Judgment, right? It should work. I am going to remove, like, let me show you how it works currently, right? So this could be a Twisted Heart situation. It could be a Twisted Heart of Ukeros, but let me remove the ability for us to proc Healing Hands. Look. We are now no longer proccing Healing Hands. I have Twisted Heart on, but we're no longer proccing Healing Hands. But I'm casting a fire spell. My health isn't going down, and I am gaining no ward. I showed you how it worked with Healing Hands activated. Then I took Healing Hands off. It's coming from the Healing Hands. Twisted Heart of Ukeros does not work with the Judgment build. Has a lot of nice to haves. Increase health, +1 to elemental spells, strength, cast speed doesn't really help, but the strength +1 to elemental spells and the health primarily make this a great relic. But the aspect, the 8% of current health converted to ward when you directly cast an elemental spell, we theorized here on the channel, well, Saphicus theorized that we're not casting Judgment, right? We're using an attack. We're using a melee attack. We're hitting with Judgment. We're not casting Judgment. We're not using cast speed. And Saphicus theorized that that's why the current health converted to ward is not working with the current build. So yeah. Besieged Gardens. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now that I've now that Healing Hands isn't a traversal skill anymore, I can cast it, and that you can see it now clearly proccing. It's now clearly proccing Twisted Heart of Ukeros. Oh. All right. Wretchblade the Doomed. Why did I throw down so much Besieged Garden? Why? What was I thinking? Great Bridge. Okay, let's fight this boss. Let's go pick up some more prophecies. Where are you at? We're 53,000. Let's farm a little bit more. We're kind of at the, boring phase. We need very specific rare items phase. Die, beat. I've been struggling to get Harbingers to drop high so I can farm normal Aberoth for Nihilus. Getting one out of like every 30 kills is sort of crazy. What level of corruption are you playing on, Deej? Is it still 300? Because it increases, I'm not going to say exponentially, but the chance rate goes up. 350, 400. Okay, like the chance rate's okay around that point. If you're comfortable doing it, try 500 to 700. If your build can handle it. And can you do Fading Brink? Right, the Woven Echo. the dumb void bullets. Or you could also do the Woven Echo that lets you fight the Harbinger of that time. Like, oh wait. Does that one have a chance to drop? Yeah, the Collapsing Horizon. Does that one have a chance to drop? Harbinger Eyes. Oh, okay, cool. Well, there you go. Thought I tapped those. You have a low attention span for playing the same tune. Nothing wrong with that. Swapping to Koff mid-season didn't do me any favors. My Judgement Paladin, who is arguably the most complete build, is set for the marketplace. doesn't make for a good farmer for the rest of my stuff. True. Not unless you farm yourself, not unless you farm yourself like a halfway decent, like, you just go into monos, try and farm yourself up a workable Judgment Paladin in Merchant's Guild that does not require you to buy anything. No, I understand. You can't wear it. So what you do is you go into now granted, I'm speaking to this as a layman's. I've never done this. So I don't know what kind of time investment you're going to need to do. But you take your Judgment Paladin, wearing all your nice marketplace stuff, and you go and farm monos with a specific filter. You're not trying to sell stuff. You're trying to look for just usable stuff because it won't be faction tagged. Then, once you have a usable Judgment Paladin, and when I say usable, I'm acting very loosely here. You can then switch it over and use that stuff and then presumably be able to farm some good cough replacements. Does that make sense? My opinion, it's faster to level up a new Judgment Paladin than swap over. I'm sure that's a possibility. That's a possibility, Deej. 64,000. Okay, cool. Let's try and get a few more amulet drops. All right. Okay, that's completely fair, man. Rerolling prophecies. Yeah, I've never really been a big fan of the system. Like, at first, I guess it was kind of cool because it was new, but it got old pretty fast. It got old really fast. Maybe we can get one more. I mean, yeah, like what's this system supposed to achieve? You follow me? Like, what is the intended goal of having to spin to reroll? I think most people would agree. They would rather just spend more per prophecy and then just be like, you know, select an amulet prophecy. Sure, but like I could understand re-rolling, but like here's an amulet prophecy. Is this the one you want to do? No. Okay, re-roll. Instead of like re-rolling, just hoping to see a an amulet prophecy. More and more better lenses. Hey, what's good, Ice Hockey? How you doing, man? Welcome back. Silly question. Would I have an easier time getting it? So, yes and no. Here's why you have an elevated chance. Because, track with me here, Deech. Because they have the random rewards in the echoes that can give you a set amulet or unique amulet. That's the only elevated drop rate. You're not going to get it. It's not like naturally every echo, every prophecy you complete is not naturally higher there. It's only because you have the unique reward of an amulet in the Age of Winter timeline. So yes and no, but what I'm doing is I'm mostly doing Weaver factions, but you can still get random rewards for the Weaver echoes. I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't like doing that timeline because I don't like all the elemental... how do I put this? I don't like all the elemental stuff that you can get in that timeline. What's a good way? Not elemental, but like the poison attributes. There's specific mobs there, as well as there's specific like negative ailments you can get. Yeah. I mean, it's an honest question though. It's not a silly question. You are technically correct. You are technically correct. You do have a slightly higher chance, but I think for the reasons as stated previously, that's why I don't want to do it. Also, I don't know if you'd notice, I don't think siege golems might spawn up there. Siege golems for sure spawn in this timeline. So I kind of like, I just like doing the Black Sun timeline for that. No, it doesn't look like we got another Orions. You used to hate the Black Sun timeline? May I ask why? Was it Was it the Rye boss? That's fair. He can one-shot you. Straight up, he can one-shot you. I mean, depends on your build, of course. But yes, exactly what you said right there. Once you get the muscle memory down. Oh. Oh. Okay. Man, that is schmexy. Ending the Storm has both. Diamond Matrons and Siege Golems, sure, but I hate the affixes there. The modifiers, I should say. They're just really annoying. Okay, well we keep farming here. But it's not a bad timeline. The Lagon timeline's not terrible. I have run it a number of times. Exactly. You got to deal with that mob. I also like. I personally also like the Emperor of Corpses timeline, the Age of Dragons, but that Mark of Death modifier is just. I don't want to say cancer because I feel like that's, like there's people actually out there who are, going through that. That's terrible. So I don't want to equate an annoying modifier to that. But the Mark of Death modifier is no bueno. For some reason, when I have any dead Wingari on screen, my frames drop like crazy. You lose frames. Huh. More and more better lenses. Triple amulet lenses as well. Sure. You can run triple or even double, but... I thought it was only me. Oh, that's worth testing, I guess. Yeah, I suppose so, ice hockey. Oh, dude, like, yeah, the Spirits of Fire timeline is just atrocious. You get those guys who, like, spawn in that timeline who launch, like, the giant, like, fireball that grows in size as it rolls on the ground, kind of like, the cartoons with the snowball, except it's a fireball. Come on. I run one lens rare or exalted with 2 amulets or 2 rings or 2 whatever I'm looking for. Seems to work well along with Weaver Tree imprints. Well, that's fair, Ice Hockey. So are you running a blessing that ups your amulet chances? Actually, no. I got the ring. I got the ring prophecy on right now. That's a fair point. Let's see. Do I have an amulet? Yeah. I got the ring prophecy in. Do I have an amulet version? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, I do have an amulet one, but it's garbage. Alright, let's do this. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay. I actually use these things since I got so many. Oh, I'm fighting the Harbinger, aren't I? There's nothing wrong with the Harbinger, it's just annoying. Here we go. 69, bro. It was meant to be. 69. I'm going to get it now. I'm going to get it now. We got 69%. It was meant to be. Streamer client. You guys and your streamer clients, man. You just can't accept the fact that I'm good. I'm sorry, due to inflation, it's now gone up to 96. Sure. Yeah, weapons pool is huge. I'm gonna go reinforce gravity. Sounds good, Beach. You take care, man. You and Afia were talking about this. And they need to add offhand and belts to the amulet telescope. Really? It would make less sense for casuals. I could see the offhands being added to the amulet pool, but keep belts in the armor pool because they're actually like literally considered armor. Like in your loot filters, that sort of thing. They're actually considered armor. But I could see offhands being added to the accessories. Okay, what do we got? Mostly just siege golems and exiled mages, okay? False temples, okay, here we go. Add 4 more telescopes. Northwest, southeast. Sure. Hey, what's good, Juicy Fruit? I think this game will end up being the best ARPG. It's still got a little ways to go, but if they can keep up like this sort of quality, then I think it'll be certainly one of the best. Yeah, I mean, you can't please everybody for sure. Like, you also got a long ways to catch up to Path of Exile, just the sheer amount of content that they have in there, but in my opinion, it is the best ARPG. It's why I continue to play it and support it. I love it. Just because I like the cycle, the rhythm, the loop, all that sort of thing. But I don't pretend to be like, yes, the greatest ARPG ever. And if you don't agree with me, go away. No. It's my favorite. That's about it. I do think it has very strong potential to be one of the best, if not the best. See, that's its secret sauce right there, is the skill trees. That is the literal secret sauce of last Epoch. What do you do for work when I'm not streaming? I'm a federal employee. I work for the US Army. I think that's the secret sauce, Juicy Fruit. And how's it going, CK? Welcome on in. Just the fact that every fracking skill that you every fracking skill has a skill tree. The possibilities are endless. Now, granted, it does make, in my opinion, the game a little bit harder to balance because you have to fine tune each and every skill. But there's just so much potential there. You can we were talking about this earlier, Juicy Fruit. Before you got here, we were talking about somebody was like, Smite, best game in the best skill in the game, fight me. I said my favorite's Void Cleave. You can take it in so many different ways. You could turn it into a traversal skill. You can this could be like your main line, like big bop skill. You can take it over here and make it interact with your minions, allowing them to gain a stack of Molten Fusion. You could come down here, have it cast Abyssal Echoes for you. Maybe you're like some sort of Void Wizard. Come over here, turn it into an Aura, and it grants you, spell damage and Leech. You could also use it as a bit of a procer, right? You use it as a traversal skill, but when you use it, it gives your next throwing attack Time Rot. You inflict Time Rot on your next thrown attack. There's just so much baked into it. On top of that, you can get additional charges on items and the skill itself. Smite is an excellent skill as well. Just all of this power is through the skill tree. Now, yes, obviously I mentioned itemization on Void Cleave. But you can get all that power within Void Cleave by just, taking points in the skill tree. I think when they start to catch up to the other games, graphics, people will start to notice them more. Yeah, the game was kind of in a bad, like, graphically it was in kind of a rough state for a while. I think they've done very well graphically. It's coming along, yes. Like, it's kind of hard to tell, but if you zoom in on my armor set, it's actually now obviously I'm running a 4080 Super. This is 1440p scaled down to 1080p. Still, what's the quality level? So I am playing on Ultra, sure. I have streamer mode activated just to help everything run smoothly. Streamer mode automatically, limits your FPS to 60. Also turns off a few settings. This just makes it so your game runs very smoothly while you're streaming. So yeah, I agree. I think it's catching up, which you can't say for a lot of games. Once they come out, it's kind of like, well, there it is. For a lot of games, you can't really be like, oh, well, it's going to get better graphically. For the most part, no. No, I know some games like Fortnite kind of went through that. I think Call of Duty doesn't really count because it's an annual release. I think some games they can continue to be live service and get that engine upgrade, that facelift, that sort of thing. And I would say that Last Epoch is one of them. So how are you guys doing today over there on YouTube? How you doing, CK? How you doing, Juicy Fruit? How you doing, Ice Hockey? I had a lot of fun with PoE 2 when it came out, but a few hundred hours in. Put a few hundred hours in, but from the start of the last league, I couldn't get into it again. Too many annoying, outdated systems. I personally want you're doing all right. I'm glad to hear that, Juicy Fruit. I personally wanted them to cook some more, so I played it right off the bat for a couple hours, and I'm just like, only being locked to one weapon. The servers were melting when I was playing. They were holding, but they were melting, so I was getting a lot of stuttering. So ultimately, I was just like, hey, I want them to cook some more. I like where they're headed. And then the second patch, 0.2, came out, which seemed like a bit of a regression, though. It seems like they're starting to, kind of work through some of those things. So, I don't know. Once it hits a 1.0 release, I'll try and make a concerted effort to play it, but I really just like Last Epoch, man. I'm a really big Last Epoch guy. I think one thing that PoE 2's got going for it right now is the fact you can play it on console. So I could definitely see myself, like, wanting to kick back, go hang out with my wife in the bedroom, because I'm in the office right now. Might not look it, but this is an office. We keep some spare stuff in here. We have a spare bed over here just in case. But for the most, this is an office. And, sometimes I just like to go hang out with my wife. So that's where the console comes into play. Because I don't want to build another computer. It's just cool to, hang out, play some games on the TV. And consoles are great for that, so... I mean, if Last Epoch ever came to console and it had, like, cross progression, done. Oh my gosh, so done. I would just play it I would just be playing Last Epoch in there. I would get used to playing it on controller. I'm playing on mouse and keyboard right now. You can't get past the tiny inventory and the absolute dog loot. When I played, loot didn't seem too bad, but I didn't make it out of Act 2 just because I was like, whatever. And on top of it, I know loot got nerfed. Yeah, for talking about graphics, some people just won't play Last Epoch because it's cartoony style. I mean, yeah, true. It isn't hyper realistic. I don't know if I call it cartoony. Quality in the end game. Okay, that's fair. I haven't been there. Yeah, I can understand the frustration of grinding your face off and feeling like you got nothing to show for it. I think most people would agree that if you put in 10 hours of gameplay, you would like to think that you could, in the end game, you could at least get a couple quality items for a build. Not necessarily best in slot, min-maxed, but something that's functional. And if you're playing and not getting anything of quality in the end game, yeah, it feels bad. You love LE's crafting system and loot system. I think it's very good. I think it's also respectful of your time. Right? I feel like there's a good expectation that I could load into the game and get a reasonable build put together and do okay. Where'd we get the extra health from? Oh, yeah. The extra 17 health. Oh yeah. Oh, that's great. You got so much percent increases to health. Okay. Yeah, I love LE's system as well. Have a good one, man. Yo, Juicy Fruit, I appreciate you stopping by, man. You have yourself a good one. Hopefully I'll see you in the future, man. You take care. Man, I was hoping. Where is it? Pop it in here. Put that Rune of Ascendance. Okay. We just keep farming wood. You know, let's go do some like regular monos. Like I like False Temple as much as the next guy, but sometimes you just gotta go, you know, do some other monos. It is pretty good for favor though. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Oh yeah. Oops. Come on, Orions. Probably going to be looking for a while. It's probably going to be very hard to find in that pool. But I did it for a red ring, though. Okay. Moving on. That is good. That is good. Banish. 59,000 favor. Let's go. Come on, let's do a few more. Let's do a few more, and then we can go buy some more amulet prophecies. Never do End of Ruin has its perks. Whoa, okay, okay. Never doing End of Ruin has its perks. I have sacrificed it to always be 500 corruption. I have Uber Abbey there and 2 Exiled Mage Echoes. I complete the Exiled Mage Echoes 1, but it's nice to have an Echo where I can always go in and pop all Exiled Mage prophecies. That's true. This is true. Yeah, End of Ruin sucks. You probably already will know I am not a fan. I mean, to be fair, with a build like this that I'm playing right now, I could probably stomp all over Gaspar. Alright, I can just sit there and tank the damage. I never thought about doing that. Yeah, I never thought about just throwing down a rune prism and then, you know, going whole doses. That's actually pretty smart. Good idea. Since we can't seal experimental, it has no real use for me anyway. Yeah, it's stupid. Okay, we're doing okay. We're doing okay on the favor game. Let's go. Just for giggles. Giggles the clown. We're at 70,000 favor. Okay, well, let's go visit the observatory and blow all of it. Need that Orion's, man. Here we go, chat. Operation blow all my favor. Siege Golem, yes. Since we can't, oh yeah. Already read that. Already read that. Sure. Okay, but that was it. Everything else is going to be uniques. Death Boss. Death of Siege Golem. Let's do Death of Boss. Like a boss, I am there. Boss. Death of Boss. Come on. Boss champion. Alright, cool. Maybe we can squeeze 2 more in. We would have to get really lucky. Okay, maybe 1 more. If we got lucky. Nope. Requires 7,300. Farmville. That's what I'm doing. I'm not playing Last Epoch. I'm playing Farmville. Amulet, blah, blah, blah. It's the Scorpions. Hey, what's up, Tilron? How you doing today? How's it going, Tilron? Oh, Tilron. You got any good slams or new equipment for this build? Yeah, we actually hit this slam. If you remember, I was trying crazy hard to get a transcribers with T7 melee attack speed and then some form of spell damage. Well, I got the double T7. I got T7 melee attack speed and T7 spell damage. Yeah, that was very exciting. Okay. We tried Uber Aberoth with that sword. Yeah. We're still a little lacking in damage, so we're trying a few different options here, trying to just get more damage for this build. One thing we're trying to do is get a better amulet. But the damage definitely feels better. LP Bleeding Heart. Wait, are you telling me I get a 3 LP Bleeding Heart before I get an Orion's? Come on, fam. Come on, fam. Maybe I could use no, this is probably not a good idea, but maybe I could use okay, so there's always awesome. I'll start sacrificing the local wild turkeys. Yes, you do that. Maybe I can use the Confluence of Fate. Like, this one's a nice roll. Hit it with that maybe try and get like a double T7, like elemental damage over time, and then like health or damage over time on it. I understand we will take more damage. All right, we're going to take increased hit damage. But we would get that 19% less damage taken over time. And then we would actually get some flat fire damage. Though, you know, Orion's Eye is most definitely a ton of damage reduction. How many boss ones do I have? Exile Mage. Okay, boss. Okay, well let's take the speedy route. Rinse and repeat, baby. Stand and deliver. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no more boss ones, so we just got to go back to doing this. Man. 20 stashes left until 200. I think this would be my last goal of the season. Wow, you madman. Saphicus. Been quite a chore to cough farm all the gold. Seriously. Good lord. Good night. Like, why would you do that to yourself? I mean, granted, I understand. You said you played a lot this season because, not necessarily because you had no choice, but you had time due to external factors. All right, but man, that is still that is insane. Hoarding, I guess. You know, like if you keep it up by next season, you will pass me in total hours played on this game, and you started like what, last year? Having time and loving the game, there's nothing wrong with that. Saphicus is going to become a content creator, guys. Watch out. No, if you do, let me know, man. I'll give you a nice shout out. Let's go, Saphicus. You didn't play from July until February? So you caught the tail end of 1.17? Oh, hey, what's good, Kaiser? Welcome back. $1,400 hours since February. I just don't like. I didn't like the Cycle 2 update that much, and dropped ARPGs for a time. Was playing other games, but PoE 2 brought me back. That's fair. Like, what other games were you playing, Saphicus? Come on, melt his face. Melt, melt, melt. Come on, Orion Amulet. Yeah. We're not going to get the Orion Amulet from him. But what I'm doing essentially is I'm clearing this. And then we're going to go back to farming the Echoes. So we need to kill siege golems, exile mages, champions, exile mages. So let's take a page out of Savicus's book. Do I have any cemeteries that are easily accessible right here, I guess? F-21, Once Human, Power World, The Hunter, Call of the Wild, Nightingale, Gunfire Reborn. Hey, yo, Gunfire Reborn looks cool. I never played it. But I do like a good rogue. Which shield am I using? Hey, what's good, Secret Squirrel? I'm using the OP shield, Countenance of Majasa. I currently have a cosmetic skin on. Doesn't it look kind of cool? Yeah. So we're using the Worm Scale Aegis. It's nice. Thank you. Yeah, roguelikes are awesome. I like the replayability of them. That's the one I have. What is it, the Worm Scale or the Countenance of Majasa? Yeah, I love roguelikes too, Savicus. You know, I'll play Monster Train too. Oh, yeah. You were telling me about that. You have the Majasa shield as well, Secret Squirrel. It's a great shield. It makes me wonder if it's going to survive into season 3. It's very strong. You also have Raya's Light. That's another great shield too. Though I think it just unfortunately kind of pales in comparison to the Countenance of Majasa. Countenance of Majasa, the moment I saw it, I'm like, dude, this is very strong. Like, what were they thinking? I think the devs were even asked about that, and it was like, oh, ha, you know. I think it's a bit of a problem for the game, unfortunately. But since it's here, I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna be all like, I refuse to use this shield because it's unhealthy for the game. Nope, it's there. I'm gonna use it. You have the Eye of Sauron on your shield? Nice. Yeah, you have 1325 block effectiveness. That's very good. That's very good, Secret Scroll. Carve said they're gonna nerf it before season launch. Wait, they did nerf it? Or before season 3? Like, there's no way this shield is surviving into season 3 in its current state. I don't know in what way. Like, if you cut the block effectiveness applying to damage over time in half, it would still be strong. The 20% chance to petrify an enemy for 2 seconds when it looks at you, like, 20% chance is insane. Oh, he acknowledged. Oh, I got you, Kaiser. He acknowledged that it needed a nerf. Oh yeah. I got it pretty good. I slammed the block effectiveness and block chance on there. It has the 35% block effectiveness already. That was max. The 300 to 600 block effectiveness, I had 570, and then the block effectiveness 400 to 620 at 518. Really? The LP chance? You think that's the only reasonable nerf? I mean, like, yeah, I know you can get 3 LP of this shield pretty easily, but it's pretty nuts. It's one of those shields that's just so best in slot for so many different builds that like you, it's almost an automatic use. 3 LP is not a stretch. Yeah. I understand. It's easy to get 3 LP alone. I say easy, quote unquote. I haven't seen one, but I know it's possible. I mean, yeah, you get a 1 LP and you're off to the races. 2 LP's gravy. 3 LP is, oh my god, the trifecta, man. You get a 3 LP, you slam it with T7 block chance, block effectiveness, and reduce damage taken on block. Hello, God. How does it feel to be in the game? Hello. I guess they will nerf the dot mitigation. I think the dot mitigation needs to be looked at, but honestly, the chance to petrify an enemy that looks at you is just kind of bonkers, man. Just have, like, I know it's RNG, but just to have that level of just control. Check this out, chat. All right, let's do this. Come on, Orion's Eye. I don't think it's gonna happen. The chance is so low. Yeah. This is called the last Epoch Lotto Scratcher. I mean, I have gotten a red ring this way. Oh, oops. Yeah, I have gotten a red ring this way, so I know it's possible. But getting an Orion's Eye, probably not. What's 3 LP Bleeding Heart? Oh, thanks. I didn't even notice. I was just like, nope, not Orion's Eye. Drop. Last 2 tries. Come on. No. Nothing. We got nothing, chat. Yo, Lord B 2021, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the channel. Gilgamesh the Dead. Hello. Are those Stymied Fate boots? Yes, sir. That is Stymied Fate. Better than Fiery Dragon shoes? I mean, I would have to look at Fiery Dragon shoes side by side, but if I'm not mistaken, the fire pin that you get from Fiery Dragon shoes only applies to Ignite, and we're doing just generic fire dot damage. You can get up to 128% increased fire damage. Not fire damage, but damage over time on these boots. They're pretty good for that. The ward decay threshold's not too bad. I would have to look at Fiery Dragon shoes again just to refresh myself. But from what I remember, it gives you Fire Pen and I think Ignite chance. The Fire Pen I think is... I think the Fire Pen is specific to Ignite. And since we're not really proccing too many Ignites... the extra damage is probably not really worth it. Not even close. You've tested it. Yeah, Savicus has played this particular build way more than I have. Like, I'm a bit of a tourist when it comes to this. There's guys who have been giving me tips that, like, and this isn't necessarily Savicus, but I've had some people, particularly over on the YouTube side, leave comments, and like the only build they've been playing all season is Judgement Paladin. They might have dabbled in some other stuff, but like their bread and butter this season was Judgement Paladin, and they were giving me all their tips. I'm pretty much a tourist here. You switch to a racing strike, you got it to say 1 million DPS on the skill itself, and then you switch back. Okay. This is your third week on Judgment. Right. But you grind 5 to 10 hours a day. At most, I do 3. It does ridiculous damage, a Racing Strike, but your defense is terrible. Yeah, Racing Strike is the next build I'm going to be checking out. So after this one, I'm going to be going over, taking it over to the Void Knight. It'll be faster farming for sure. Faster farming. Okay, so let's throw down. Would it be considered crafting? Oh, Rune Prison Complex. There we go. You can down the T4 temporal boss in under 5 seconds. Oh, thank you very much for the gifted sub, and it goes to Lord B. Thank you very much, Tilron. Yeah, that's very fast. In under 5 seconds. I think the fastest I've killed Jura. And kill her before she does the big nuke thingy. Yeah, I did the Time Rod Javelin build, and I think I killed her in like 2 seconds. So far, that's the fastest I've done. Maybe it was 5 seconds. Like, I don't know. Oh my god. I just had to listen to Sapphicus. Man. He said, yo, bro, I'm going to tell you something. Listen here. Listen to me. Come on. Just go to the Rune Prison Complex. Thank me later. Also, I'm the streamer now. The streamer client? What the? Come on, guys. Just saw the new emotes. Yeah, I was working on some emotes over the weekend. Slams with bike. Oh yeah. Do it. Yeah, Bit War. Kina Bits. Yeah. So here's the funny thing, guys. You want to hear something funny? Trader is the only one who can do the king of bits. I said anybody who's gifted, who's donated, I think, who is tipped 75,000 bits or more can use that emote. And then right now, the only person is Trader. I guess I played favorites on that one. 70, yeah. There you go. It's lifetime. It's lifetime, right? As long as I've been streaming. 75,000 bits or more. I had 4 people who'd done 50,000 bits, I think. No. They got 4 people who had done 10,000 bits. I didn't get to see their names, but I think there was one for 50,000 bits and then one for 75,000 bits. And I'm like, the only one I could think of is Trader. Pay to win confirmed. It's so small though. You could barely you can barely read what it says. But it does, you can kind of see that it's a, you know, it's a, I mean, maybe if I take it over to, oh, nice, Trader. He's like, oh wait, yeah, let me just gigantify this for you. I was gonna zoom in. I was gonna do control scroll wheel. That doesn't work. Never mind. Oh, really? Dude, that's, wow. Tilron, thank you so much. I gotta work on getting you a special emote. I mean, Trader will get it as well, because but yeah, I gotta work on some special emotes for those tiers. Love that pick, Trader. Yeah. Let's get a slams with bike. Oh, and it's got very good on the less damage taken. Okay, cool. So here we go. All right, let's do this. Wait, hopefully I got elemental damage over time. Oh, good, thank God. Yeah, this is the only thing we're gonna be slamming onto it, so take that off. Okay. 248's pretty good. Let's see. Can we get that 257? Oh, thank God. I was like, no! Okay, cool. Orion's Eye. We're going to be slamming it with this. Lock in. Let the fates decide. No. All right, here we go. Let's see how much health we lose, guys. Okay, not too bad. All right, I got it. I got Orion's Eye. Do I have elemental damage over time on the ring? Uberoth falls tomorrow. I don't know about that. I do not know about that. How many Havocs do I have? Okay, can we put a T6 on this? Alright, alright. Oh, man, the only way this works is T6 goes over here. This goes over to this. This goes over to this. Seal this, put on a healing effect in this, move it back. No. I don't really want to waste anymore. No. Nah, it's not gonna work. Shatter it. Oh no, forget this song. It has a cool intro, but oh, I got this one, which is not bad. I mean, if I can get increased elemental damage over time and health. Okay, well, let's see. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. It's an imprint every day of the week, but it has no forging potential. It has no forging potential, though. I surely I can do better. Even though it's double T6, surely I can do better. Okay, what about this? Can we do something like this? No. We're gonna want T6, so leave that there. We need this to come down. Oh, there. We hit it. We hit it, chat. Okay, cool. Okay, these are decent rolls. I could just make a copy of this. Well, I'm just gonna make a copy. Give us 2 chances. Yeah. Let's just try and get T6. So I'll save this one. This one's gotten a reprieve. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get health and elemental damage over time onto a single ring. Oh, no. No. Welcome back to another episode of Slams with Bike. We got ring. We want purple. Let's go. Did we get purple? We got purple. This has been Slams with Bike. There we go, chat. There we go. I'd also like to point out, just look how much health I lost by taking this one ring off. Look how much health I lost. Ugh. Ugh. This ring is just so freaking good. Okay. I guess the one thing we're really missing a ton of is healing effectiveness. Yeah, that's probably better. I really was leaning on the... Sure. Look at all this healing effectiveness. Time rot chance. Oh, that's cool. I have 794% healing effectiveness. Okay, so wait. So 794% healing effectiveness. So if I can somehow get that to let's just say 800, right? Let's just say 800. 5 times 8, what is that, 40? Yeah. Yeah, that's 40. That's 40 fire pin right there. Yeah, so thanks for the spell damage, right? Can I squeeze out just a tiny little bit more healing effectiveness? Like, can we optimize the healing effectiveness in this build? This is a 15%. Do we have anything? No, we actually need that one. Hold up. 14%, 13%. Do we have anything that's... Get out of here. Okay. Well, does this build have what it takes? Let's just take a look. Let's just take a look. Let's see if we can put a dent in this guy. Let's give the people what they want. Well, now that I got him sitting in the corner, like he was at like if I could get him sitting in a corner like that more often. Oh yeah, finish her off. Why am I losing so much health? Am I sitting on a carpet bomb? I can't see my mouse. Here we go. Hold. Alright. I'm not gonna live? Question mark? Oh, shoot. I don't think I'm going to survive this. Okay. Well, so far we're doing okay, but man. Yeah, oh, I was standing on a carpet bomb, bro. There's just, it's so hard to see at this point. All right. Want to be middle without void puddles? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna call it for tonight. If you are over here on Twitch, let's go say hi to Zambriel. We haven't rated him in a little bit. All right, Zambriel. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start the raid. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll be doing more Judgment Paladin. See if we can improve the build, possibly take on Uber Aberoth. And yeah, thank you so much for being here, guys. I'm going to get going. You guys take care. Peace out. YouTube, thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for being here, guys. I'll be back again tomorrow. And yeah, let's get into it. Peace out.